Yo, what's going on, guys? And today, Paul Reed is a Detroit Pistons. I love this. It's so weird. So he's being claimed off of waivers, which is awesome, which means they're going to keep him on that contract. That first off, I think is a great deal. And this is a guy who has been in the NBA. He just finished his fourth season. And the contract specifically, I thought he was in the second year of a 3-year, $24 million deal, which is basically paying him like $8 million per year. And he really, this past season, got minutes. He played in all 82 games, and he had slowly increased his minutes every season. He shot in just under 20 minutes a night, 54% from the field, 37% almost from three, 6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, just under a block and a steal game, and 7.5 points. Now, for the people who are unaware, who is Paul Reed? What are we getting yourselves into if you're the Detroit Pistons with a guy like Paul Reed? I think he's kind of the perfect player in terms of power forward. He's not going to demand the ball from anybody, but he's also going to play defense and do all the little things that might not show up in the stat sheet, but in the long run might really be the difference maker in helping your team win. And I was a huge fan of his coming out of Paul. I think part of the reason why I've always thought he was going to be someone who's going to be able to develop in the NBA and be a successful player, either as a role player or as a starter. He's a guy who in the G is like a double-double machine. He's a really good rebounder. And the fact that the three-point shot is coming around is exciting. And I remember back in the 2020 draft when he came out, he was a guy that if you had faith in him, he was worth it because 6'9" with a 7'2" wingspan, he was someone that his last year in college, like I said, was a double-double machine, averaged almost 3 blocks a game and 2 steals. For me at this point, I think he's shown that his athletic tools allow him to be a high-level rotational role player, at least off the bench. He has the body control. He has all of that. Now, I think what we're seeing is that he's starting to be able to break those habits. He just needs to learn what his impact is on offense. Is he a guy who's going to just stand in the corner and hit threes? Can he finish off ball? But defense, his switchability, his ability to finish dunks, his lob threat, and guard multiple positions is something that's incredibly valuable. Now, if you look at the current depth charts for obviously for the Detroit Pistons going into this, I think if you look at Paul Reed, he can be a small ball 5 or he can be a power forward. For a team that power forward, their forward position is their weakest position, right, wing forward, whatever you want to call it, because I guess they have like multitudes of guys. But now, with Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and Paul Reed being your true front court players, the rest is Bobby Clemon, Tosan, Simone Fontecchio, Tobias Harris, Asar Thompson, Ron Holland. So it gives them a quality bench guy, fourth guy in the front court, which is definitely something you need. As I said, crazy to think about that they just let this guy go on what bargain of a deal, in my opinion. But that's how it is in the NBA.